Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Tuesday to you all. We've got new music to check out, so let us get into it. It is the conclusion of the debut kind of like trilogy of KOZ's Boy Next Door. Their final track is out, Serenade. Their full single album is out. And of course, we gotta round off the entire debut project one time. So, BOYNEXTDOOR's Serenade. MV, let's check it out. But the way they've been kind of like revealing MVs for all their songs on the album very much gives me like the feeling of what kind of New Jeans did with their debut. They had like Attention, they had Hype Boy, they had Cookie, and they had... Didn't they have 4 songs on their debut? Gosh, my memory is bad. But it's very cool that we're getting lots of content from their debut because it gets a lot of attention right off the gate. And their music has been really good. Their MV has been really good. And they're 2 for 2 in terms of like getting my attention when it comes to this stuff. So very much excited for what this one's going to be. What type of sound are they going to go for? Who knows? I haven't seen any teasers or anything like that. I don't even know if there are any teasers. All I know is I reckon I'm going to enjoy this. So here we go. Anglais subtitles, even though I probably won't be paying attention to them because my brain doesn't work like that.
진짜 긴장돼 죽겠네 굳어버린 입술포 이러다가 말짱 광야 실수할라 나 몰라 No more next chance, just do it 하이 날씨도 좋은데 잠깐 좀 거리가 약간 전내 말투 just for you
Oh, it's kind of dreamy. There's also an element of crunchiness to it. The song kind of grooves. The beat really helps too. My boy's got some kind of wild range when it comes to the vocal department. So we're getting tie-ins to previous sets. Again, kind of going with the dreamy mix for this bridge. His vocals, every single time, have been catching my attention. I could probably learn what his name is, but also what in the musical number is this turning into? Oh, and I love the gentle set down at the end. away! Run away! Run away from the wrath of the dad. I love it. I genuinely do love this entire project. It's the fact that it's the return of a useful boy group sound. And it wasn't just like a one title track thing, it's across the board. Their sound is so fresh and it's so bright. And I know it's also a seasonal thing as well. Like, this time of the year very much cultivates for this type of brighter music. It's not so bright like your peak summer tracks, like your summer comeback vibes. But it's not like the sappy emotional stuff you get in like early spring, where you have like songs about budding romance, things like that, kind of human emotions that are synonymous, like flowers sprouting out of the ground, or the grass is turning green, trees are sprouting, things like that. This in-between period really does harbor some of my favorite songs throughout the year. And legitimately, BOYNEXTDOOR and their entire debut project has been so good. It's a sound that I absolutely adore. And I genuinely want more groups to follow along this line. And it's such a brief window because we're coming up to, well, frankly, we only have one more day of May left. Once we get into like the second week of June, it's already summer season. Like, we're getting to the very end of this in-between period where we're getting this kind of bright, useful sound that's, interestingly, like, especially for us in the West, lines up with finishing the academic year. We're free from the shackles of education and we can kind of enjoy our summer. It's that type of vibe. I love this vibe. I live for this vibe. Where's the pre-chorus? The pre-chorus is spectacular. If I can find it.
No more next chance, just do it.
This might actually be the second half of the first verse, but it's like that mix there is giving me kind of like dreamland vibes. I don't know, maybe it's the wide soundscape of it, maybe it's like the swell, but it's like a dreamy modern interpretation of what Uptown Girl is. Does anybody else get that vibe? Like, the beat very much gives me, especially in this section, Uptown Girl vibes. But then there's this very subtle, dreamy mix to it that I really quite enjoy. And then even once we take it into this like little breakdown section, with the pre-chorus, and this chorus is just the perfect cherry on top after that build-up. Yeah, no, this is nuts. This is such a fun time. And this bridge. I'm a big fan of bridges in general. In both aspects, so I quite like bridges like spanning over land bridges. But in music as well, I think the bridge is such an interesting part of the song because you can do so much with it. There's so many different options you can take with it. And it's the one part of the song that's always going to be different. Because the bridge doesn't always follow what happens in the verse sections. It's not a pre-chorus. It's its own unique individual section, and what composers and arrangers do with it is always really interesting to me. This song is no exception. Yeah, just the way where the bottom end is gone, there's this kind of like sparkle in the mix where it almost sounds like there's like a phaser reverb effect in the instrumental. You have the really high vocals and that's it. And it's this really, again, this dreamy state that the song puts you in. And then once we get into the final chorus, and then it turns into just peak Broadway musical number of all of the guys singing towards the female protagonist of the film, kind of like the main love interest of the film, staring, like gazing out of her bedroom window. It's very much a classic theater trope. But the flourish is just spectacular. It's exactly as expected, and I'm glad it's exactly as expected. Because it just fits with everything else that's been shown, like both in this video and in the previous two. And this flourish is really nice too. You, sir. And then one very small detail. This is like more of a filming analysis more than anything, but having a shot where like the main people in the video are showing their backs to the camera for an extended period of time is not a typical move done by like film directors. But the fact that like even through what the camera is doing is that it's pulling the focus on the girl in the window. It's like the members aren't in focus here anymore. The focus is pulled perfectly on that top right window. And that's just like even adding on to the fact that like all the guys' attentions are on her now. Like our attention as viewers are now drawn to her as well. And I think that small details like that, very well done. Let me tell you, Boy Next Door and The Wind have really gone and taken this like youthful boy group vibe and just really impressed me with them. Sure, we only got like Boy Next Door have done an extensive coverage of their debut, considering we got, you know, MVs for all 3 songs on the album. But MVs are not, the songs are brilliant. They're really energetic, they're really bright, they're really youthful sounding. They're not aggressive. There's a very nice amount of cheesiness to it. Not in like a cringy way, in like a very almost charming way. There's a lot of cheesiness in their music, and I love it. I genuinely do love it. I'm so excited to see where they go, because for me, in terms of their like debut, they're up there for like debut boy groups for me this year. Like they've been really impressive. And I wish nothing but success for them. And to hear more of this music in the future. But that is it from me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be, you know, checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day today. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.